So welcome to Educare 247 guys. So this is a special CAT series that we are conducting for you guys, in which we are going to cover the best solutions available all over the market and all over the education industry for CAT 2017 quantitative aptitude. Okay, so we are going to cover this for each and every slot for all the years that have been conducted. Okay, and we are going to bring this series forward to you in a timely manner. So this is the first lecture, okay, and we are going to cover some 8 to 9 questions in this lecture of CAT 2017. So guys, I request you to subscribe to us, like and share, okay. Also comment in if you have any doubts, okay, and please be subscribed to the channel because we are going to bring very useful videos on this platform for you, which are going to be useful for your exam preparation. And trust me, the solutions that we are going to provide in this series are going to be different from all other conventional solutions which are present in the market, and you're going to see how easy it is to crack CAT. Okay, so we are going to show you that in a real examination scenario how CAT question should be solved in the easiest way possible, and how only basic concepts can help you solve CAT examination. Okay, let's go ahead and let's start with the session. So question number 1 says Arun's present age in years is 40% of Barun's. In another few years, Arun's age will be half of Barun's. Okay, so by what percentage will Barun's age increase during this period? So Arun's age, if you can say, is 40, then Barun is 100. Okay, or for that matter we can take this as 4 and this as 10 by reducing it. Okay, or again if we reduce it, this will become 2 and this will become 5. So Arun's age when it is 2, Barun's age is 5 according to the first statement given. So they say that after a few years this will become half. So what should be added in this, that this will become double of this. Okay, so you see when you add 1, this becomes 3 and this becomes 6. So this is exactly half of Barun's age. Arun's age is exactly half of Barun's age. Hence the question says by what percentage will Barun's age increase during this period. So there is an increase of 1 over 5, and hence this is 20%. So you saw how easy it is to calculate the answer, and this is a theta question, hence you have to input 20 in the box. So question number 2 says a person can complete a job in 120 days. He works alone on day 1. On day 2, he is joined by another person who also completes the job in exactly 120 days. On day 3, they are joined by another person of equal efficiency. This is important. Okay, like this every day a new person with same efficiency joins the work. How many days are required to complete the job? So whenever you are given like for a person that he can complete a job in 120 days, consider over here the complete work to be 120 units. Okay, so first day 1 person with 1 unit comes, second day 2 persons with equal efficiency, hence 2 units. Okay, third day 3 units because 3 people with equal efficiency, and we have considered each man's efficiency to be 1. Okay, so this goes on till n, till they complete 120 units of work. So just apply the formula of sum of first n natural numbers, which is n into n plus 1 by 2 is equal to 120. Hence from this you will get n as 15, and this is your answer. So you saw how easy this was. So we have to just consider the whole unit as a whole work as 120 units, and just apply the formula of sum of first n natural numbers, hence you will get n as 15. So an elevator has a weight of 630 kgs. Okay, so this is the total limit weight. Okay, it is carrying a group of people, okay, whom the heaviest weighs 57 kgs and the lightest weighs 53 kgs. What is the maximum possible number of people in the group? So 57 is the highest and 53 is the lowest. So when you add this becomes 110. So this is the total of the highest and the lowest person weighing in. So subtract this from 630, you get 520. So now we have to adjust maximum people over here. So we cannot take lesser than 53 because 53 is the minimum, but we can take 53 over here, right, because this is the minimum. So in order to maximize, we'll divide this by 53 and find out that at max only 9 people can come, because we have to take a complete whole number, right? So we'll take only the integral value. So 9 people can be adjusted when we divide it by 53. It cannot go further below because 52 we cannot take because this is the minimum value. okay, and to maximize we cannot go above 54 and all, okay. So the maximum value is 9, which can be accommodated in this 520. So these are 9 people, this is 1, this is 2, so 9 plus 2, a total of 11 people are maximum possible in the elevator. So you have to input in the box answer 11. So the next question says, a man leaves his home and walks at a speed of 12 kilometers per hour, reaching railway station 10 minutes after the train had departed. If instead he had walked at a speed of 15 kilometers per hour, he would have reached the station 10 minutes before the train's departure. The distance from his home to the railway station is. So this is again a theta question. So basically, when he goes by a speed of 12 kilometers per hour, he is 10 minutes late, okay, and when he goes by 15 kilometers per hour, he is 10 minutes early, okay. So basically what you can see over here, the ratio of speed s1 and s2 is 4:5, yeah, because this is 12, this is 15. When we reduce it, it becomes 4:5. So whenever the ratio of speeds is 4:5, the ratio of time will be reversed, which will be 5:4. So this is a rule for time speed distance questions, okay. So what is the difference between this ratio? 1, 5 minus 1, okay. And what is the total late time that has been total difference between both the speeds? So 10 minutes he was late and 10 minutes he was early, so total together the difference is of 20 minutes. So if 1 corresponds to 20, this 5 corresponds to 100, okay, this is 100 minutes, and therefore distance will be speed into time in the first case, which is 12 kilometers into 100 by 60 by 100 by 60, because this is in kilometers per hour and this is in minutes, okay. So you'll get 20. So the correct answer is 20 over here. You have to input as a theta answer. So the next question says, Ravi invests 50% of his monthly savings in fixed deposits. 30% of the rest of his savings is invested in stocks, and the rest goes into Ravi's savings bank account. If the total amount deposited by him in bank for savings account and fixed deposit is 59500, then Ravi's total monthly saving in rupees is. Again, this is a theta question. So what you have to do in such question is assume the total as 100, since nothing has been given, okay. So now we'll break this 100. FD has been given 50%, okay. Stocks is given 30% of this, hence 30% of 50 becomes 15, okay. And the rest is in bank savings, so savings over here. So rest 15 plus 50 plus 15 is 65, so we are left with 35, okay. So now what they say is the savings and fixed deposit, which is this and this, total becomes 85. This is actually 5950. So they ask what is Ravi's total monthly salary. So this is what we had assumed as his total monthly salary. So 100 corresponds to what? So just cross multiply and you will get x is equal to 59500 into 100 divided by 85, and you will get the value as 70,000. Easy. So the question says, if a seller gives a discount of 15% on retail price means mark price, she still makes a profit of 2%. Which of the following ensures that she makes a profit of 20%? And we are given various scenarios in the options. So first, 15% discount on retail price means the selling price is 85% of mark price, and there is a 2% profit. 2% profit means this corresponds to 102% of cost price. So basically what we have is mark price upon cost price is equal to 102 upon 85. Why? Because percentage gets cancelled on both the sides, and dividing this by 17, both numerator and denominator, we get 6:5. So when MP, that is mark price, is 6, cost price was 5. So the question says that what she has to do in order to make a profit of 20%. So in order to make a profit of 20%, you can clearly see that she has to sell it, because there is a plus 1 over here. So plus 1 into 100, which is 20. So she has to sell it at retail price, that is the mark price, to make a profit of 20%. No change should be made, because already the mark price is 6 and cost price is 5. So if she sells at this mark price, she'll make a profit of 20%. Hence option number D is correct. So the next question says, a man travels by a motorboat down a river to his office and back with the speed of the river unchanged. If he doubles the speed of his motorboat, then the total travel time gets reduced by 75%. The ratio of the original speed of the motorboat to the speed of the river is. So basically let us assume the speed of the boat be x and the speed of the stream be y. Okay, so speed of boat is x and speed of stream or river be y. Okay, so basically what we want to do is, when he goes downstream, this is what he, and goes upstream, this is what the time he takes. Okay, so what they say is that when the speed of the boat is doubled, so this becomes 2x. Okay, he takes 75, his time gets reduced by 75%. So 75% means this becomes 1/4 of this. Okay, so you just got to solve this equation. Now how you will solve it? 1/4, you cancel out d from all the sides because you take out common, and when you cross multiply you get 2x upon x square minus y square, okay, is equals to 4x upon 4x square minus y square. Okay, you cross multiply, you get 14y square is equals to 8x square, that is x square upon y square is equals to 14 by 8, which is equal to 7 by 4, and 6 by y is equals to root 7 by 4, and this is the answer. Okay, so basically we just equated the two equations by inputting the values, and it was very easy. So the next question says, suppose C1, C2, C3, C4 are 5 companies. The profit made by C1, C2 and C3 are in the ratio 9:10:8, while the profits made by C2, C4 and C5 are in the ratio 18:19:20. If C5 has made a profit of 19 crores more than C1, then the total profit made by all 5 companies is. Okay, so basically we just need to write down all the companies over here: C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. This is a ratio question. Okay, what we have been given over here is, this is 9 is to 10 is to 8. Okay, and we have been given this 18 is to 19 is to 20, and one actual value is C5 minus C1 is equal to 19 CR. Okay, keep this aside for now. So what we have to do is, we have to bring all this ratio to one value. So how can we do this? So 10 and 18, I can see that we can take 90 over here, so that this is a common value we can take. So since 10 has been multiplied by 9, to get this value we'll multiply even this by 9, this becomes 81, and this by 9, this becomes 72, and since 18 is multiplied by 5, so this ratio should also be multiplied by 5, so this becomes 95 and this becomes 100. Okay, so now compare the difference between the ratio of C1 and C5, which is also 19. Hence we understand that the actual ratio corresponds to every unit. Okay, so since C5 minus C1 is equal to 19 CR, and in actual ratio also this is equal to 19, so what has been asked, what is the total profit? So total profit will be addition of all of this. So the addition of all of this comes out to be 438, which corresponds to 438 CR, which is your answer. The number of girls appearing for admission test is twice the number of boys. If 30% of the girls and 45% of the boys are going to get the admission, the percentage of candidates who do not get the admission is. Okay, so what you can take is, you can take the ratio as 2:1. Okay, and we have been given that girls 30% are admitted and boys 45% are admitted. So what you can usually do in examination is take girls as 200 and boys as 100, and then solve by taking the percentage and then calculate the final percentage. But if you want to do this fast and very easily, there's one more method. Just take this 30 into 2, okay, 45 into 1, and just take the addition of the ratio, which is 3. So this becomes 60 plus 45 by 3, which is 35. So 35% of the candidates are going to get admission, but we have been asked how many do not get admission. So the answer is 100 minus 35, which is 65. Option number D. Okay, 65% is the correct answer. So hence you would have seen that all the questions were solved so easily by us by using basic concepts, and that is what we try to convey to you that all the questions in CAT can be solved if you are given good guidance and proper direction. The questions can be solved with basic concept and no hi-fi concepts, and we have solved them in the least possible time, which is very practical for you to apply in the examination as well. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe to us and share the channel and like and comment, so that we'll come up with the next video as well, and it will be useful for you whenever the video comes for your exam preparation. Thank you.